Hello. Oh man. So we're driving through Trenton right now with Vincent Van Mike.
Yes.
And, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I was gonna tell him about Ohio, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, so in December, I went to Ohio. And I thought I'd tell you about the trip while I'm driving through Trenton. Because, you know, Ohio's on one side of Pennsylvania and New Jersey's on the other. I mean, makes sense, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, okay, so, my good buddy Dwyron, for those of you who know what I do on Bone Canoe, you know who Dwyron is, most likely. He, had some computer parts that were, he upgraded his computer, so he had some spare parts that were maybe, a couple of years old, but they were still, in good condition. So he's like, hey, you like road trips, right? And I'm like, yeah. So he's like, when I come to Ohio, I'll, you know, give you these computer parts for real cheap and install them for you. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? By the way, the Trenton Thunder play there.
Minor league baseball team.
Yeah, I haven't been to a Trenton Thunder game in many years, but I have had a lot of fun there. You ever been to one of their games?
I've been to like 10,000 of them.
Oh, nice.
Maybe a little less.
Yeah, something like 9,004.
Yeah, more like that.
Yes. So anyway, I went to Ohio, and should tell you about the cool places I went to, because I did actually go to a couple places on the way there. I didn't just go to Ohio and back. Let's see, first I stopped at Hershey. Yes, I'm sure you've been on the Chocolate World ride before, right?
1996 maybe?
Yeah, when you were young. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really awesome, and then at the end they give you candy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went on that. It was like really warm. It was kind of like today, you know, it was like unseasonably warm, and there were like 1 million people there.
Yep.
But it was alright, you know, waited in line, got on, bought a shitload of chocolate. Mm-hmm. And then did I go anywhere else? Oh yeah, I drove to Altoona for no reason.
I almost applied for college there.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Which place? Penn State, Altoona?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, Altoona's not bad, you know. I enjoyed my visit. A girl I used to work with actually grew up in Altoona. So, it was pretty cool. I got to take a picture of me like, hey, look where I was. But, so, I went to Altoona. You know what my favorite part of the whole drive was?
What?
I was driving on Route 22 between Altoona and Pittsburgh. And, this stretch of road goes through some of the highest mountains in Pennsylvania.
Oh, it's the mountain roads. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it goes directly through a mountain. Like, you're driving and then, like, oh shit, a mountain. But then there's a little underground bridge thing.
Well, it's not it doesn't have any tunnels like the Turnpike does.
Tunnels, that was the word I was looking for.
Yeah. Yeah, a tunnel is a thing that goes through a mountain.
Yes.
But there weren't any tunnels, but this particular, because the Turnpike has tunnels, but this road goes over the mountains.
I see.
And it was right at sunset. It was like right after sunset that I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sky was, everything was dark, but the sky was like purple.
Right.
And it felt like the road was going through the sky. It felt like I was flying.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. And, you know, when you drive for a long time, like, you know, by that point I had been driving for probably 6 hours or so.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of get this sort of chill, relaxed kind of like, you get into this kind of groove, you know?
You get into the zone.
Yeah, I get into the zone. And, like, I had coffee earlier, kind of wore off, had a little chocolate from Hershey. And then I had some iced tea, you know?
Right.
Which has like a little caffeine in it, but not like too much.
And then you had some lemonade.
Didn't actually have lemonade, but that would have been not a bad thing to have.
Oh,
like,
okay.
I was in the zone.
Right.
I was flying over these mountains. It felt like I was flying on Route 22.
Yep.
And then the thing that made it even better was "L.A. Woman" from The Doors came on the radio.
That's nice.
You ever heard that song before?
Possibly.
It's possible, yeah. It's from like 1971, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, it just like capped off like a perfect moment, you know?
Yes.
And it was just very nice.
That's cool.
So that was the best part. I went to Ohio. I got to meet my good buddy Dwyron. who I have never met in real life before. So I got to hang out with him, and he gave me pizza, which was good because it was yummy pizza.
It's always good when people give you pizza.
Yes.
Those are good moments in life.
Yes, and
especially if that pizza is free.
It was, yes. And he made my, he worked on my computer, which he filmed it, but he may or may not have lost the video footage because of things. Haven't asked him about that in a while. But
no, yeah. Ohio things, right?
Yeah, Ohio things. So, did that, hang out, and it took a while because, like, all the old parts that were in there were all tangled and all the cords were going everywhere, and he had to unscrew a lot of stuff and screw it back in, you know? So, eventually we finished. It was like 2 or 3 or 4 in the morning by the time we finished.
Wow.
Like, we were working on it for a long time, but then, like, I went to sleep on the couch, you know?
Yeah.
And I slept on the couch until the morning, and then in the morning I got up and it was time to drive back to Pennsylvania. So...
Did you get breakfast anywhere cool?
I went to Sheetz. Sheetz is a Pennsylvania chain. However, they actually have some locations in eastern Ohio. So I stopped at one of them and I got myself this like crazy breakfast sandwich that had like, it was like on a pretzel roll and it had like all this crazy stuff on it.
Okay.
It was like chicken and eggs and all this crazy stuff. It was really good. Only problem was it was really messy. So when you're trying to drive and there's like goo all over your hands, you know, it's a little annoying.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the goo.
Yeah, but it was very tasty. So then I drove back on Interstate 80 through western Pennsylvania, which goes over all these mountains, and it's really cool because
you felt like you were flying again?
Kind of. Well, it was a little bit different because it was daytime, but you had to think like how hard it must have been for like these people in the old days, you know, in colonial times, to go across the mountains and everything.
Yes.
But here I am going 70 miles an hour on this road that just like cuts right through everything.
Right.
Like, it did kind of feel like I was flying because like you'd be up in the hill and there's this one spot where I-80 goes over the Allegheny River. I mean, if you've ever heard of Pittsburgh, it's like the three-river city or whatever.
Yes.
That's one of the 3 rivers, is the Allegheny River.
Right.
So I was like well upstream from Pittsburgh, but I crossed the river. And it was really cool because like, you're like driving on this road, and then abruptly out of nowhere, you're like literally like 1,000 feet up from this river.
Wow.
Like, I'm pretty sure it's not 1,000. Oh wait, is this the turn?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. My stories.
Booyah.
Oh, here we are. Yeah, we got there really fast.
Nice.
Yeah, we are going to the stories, and apparently it's a really awesome diner, and no one is coming, so we're gonna go straight across.
It's quite good.
Yeah, look at that place. Yeah, we are going to find a parking
It's gigantic.
spot. Holy, is this it?
This is it.
Is this a diner?
Oh yeah.
This is not what...
It's quite amazing.
Yeah, it's not what people technically usually refer to as diner. This is like exquisite.
It's one of the best diners in New Jersey.
Nice. We're going to finish the story real quick, right?
Sure.
Because there's not much more. So yeah, like driving across the mountains, it was really fun. Like, there's something about driving down this big highway, and they upped all the speed limits in Pennsylvania. That they used to be like 55 or 65. You can go 70 on just about any interstate now.
Wow.
I mean, not in Philly, but like out in the country. And then I went to Williamsport, where I used to live, like 8 years ago. And I drove by my old apartment for the first time.
And did it still look the same?
It did, yeah. I mean, the building's like 100 years old, so I didn't really expect it to change. But then I went to a local mall in Williamsport called the Homing Valley Malls to walk around. And then I drove home after that. I drove through coal country because I haven't driven through coal country in like 6 years or something like that.
It's a while.
Yeah, so I'm like, why not? I'm going to drive through coal country. So that's pretty much what I did, and I got home, and it was cool. That was my trip to Ohio, and now we are going to eat at, what's this place?
Mustories.
Mustories, yes. So we're going to go in, and we are going to see all you fine people later.
Yes. It's kind of dark in here.
It's kind of dark, yeah.
Uh,